All this your CA can tell you is like very boring stuff and it's all over the internet. You can Google it. I have something more interesting. How to find a deal that saves you the most money. What should you look for? Wow, lots of deals in the market, and online you find all sorts of this, that and the other. Awesome. So today I wanted to make a video on capital gains. Just recently closed a deal for someone who was wanting to invest their capital gains and got a lot of insight, and I thought let's make a video. 31st March is approaching. It's the closing of financial year. People are thinking about these things. So capital gains, you can Google all about it and ask your CA on how to do the technical part, but I just wanted to quickly define it for you. Capital gain is basically a profit you make on the sale of a property or any other capital asset otherwise, but we are going to talk about properties here. So for example, you bought a property for 1 crore in 2010 or whatever, and now you're selling it for 10 crores because the prices have gone up. These are just hypothetical, just making up things. Yeah. So you bought for 1 crore say in 2000, and now it's 2022 and you're selling it for 10 crores and you sold it for 10 crores. For example, on 1st of March 2022, you obviously made a profit on the sale, and the government wants a tax on that sale, which in this kind of amount, including all the surcharges, this, that and the other, goes to about 30%, which is quite a lot. I mean, it's 20% plus this tax, that tax. I mean, for sake of making it easy, I'm saying 30%. But when you bought a property for 1, you also factor in inflation. The government allows that. Thank God they allow something. Your cost of 1 crore will go to somewhere around say 4 crores, for example. And you sold it for 10 crores, so you have a profit of 6 crores. So for this video, we'll keep these figures, like a profit of 6 crores. You need to reinvest only these 6 crores. You don't need to reinvest the whole 10 crores, number one. Whatever part of the 6 crores you reinvest in buying only a home, not a commercial property, nothing else. They're giving an exemption so people buy a home, then they won't charge you tax. So say you buy a home for 6 crores, you get an exemption on the entire 6 crores. You buy one for 5 crores, the rest of 1 crore you'll have to pay 30 lakh tax. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can maximize your returns, minimize your capital gain tax, and get the best property. Also from the viewpoint that you might want to resell it again after, there is a lock-in of about 3 years. And after that period, you can resell it and get your money out, put it in equity or whatever you want, use it for your business as you like, do it. So how not to lose money, because a lot of people get into this thing of reinvesting capital gains, and they end up buying a property too expensive because all of the money they have is basically in a check, and although you should get a discount for it, in my viewpoint, and I have gotten discounts to a lot of people because of that. And then when they resell it, it's an old floor which does not fetch you as much as a new builder floor. So I wanted to cover that part. But before that, say you sold the property on 1st of March 2022. Now 1 year prior to this sale, if you had invested in any residential property, that can be taken into exemption, or 1 year later can also be taken into exemption. And even 1 year after that period, you can get another year for exemption. But you'll have to put your money into capital gains account. All this your CA can tell you is like very boring stuff and it's all over the internet. You can Google it. I have something more interesting. How to find a deal that saves you the most money. What should you look for? Now, number 1, you want to invest the entire amount. Say, for example, you get a great deal for 5 crores and you invest 5 crores. It's a great deal, should have been for 5.5. You got such a good deal for 5. Okay, great. The rest of the 1 crore that you did not invest, you paid about 30 lakh. So this costed you 5.3 straight away. Number 2, if you're planning to resell it after 3 years or so, there are various things you need to factor in which are additional. Number 1, if you're buying something for say 6 crores today, you'll be paying a stamp duty of about say 5% for ladies, 7% for men. Let us just say 7%, yeah? So 6 crores plus 7% is about 42 lakhs. So it costed you 642. You'll probably pay a brokerage and stuff. So it'll go to round figure 650. So you're spending 6.5 crores today. You want to buy a deal which should be, the market value of which should be 6.5 today, but you got it for 6. Now, why would anyone give you that? I have done many deals like that, and you can too. You will get a deal because number one, you will pay all the amount in one check. You can go to the guy and say, look, I got money ready. I'll pay you everything by check. Show me your papers. The papers are fine. I mean, you can give some token money and all that. I'm not getting into the technical part, but you say, I have ready money. I have a capital gain sitting there. I can buy your or any other property. I need a deal and I can give you all the money straight away. Get the papers checked, buy an e-stamp, go for registration. I just closed one in Defense Colony recently like that. So it's just super easy. And the seller appreciates it. He understands it. Most of the sellers do want their money out fast so they can reinvest wherever they want to, or use it for whatever they need it. So when you go to buy a property, just factor in, okay, a property for 6.5 should, like if the market value is around 6.5 and we get it for around 6 is the ideal scene. You can't buy something for 5 because you're going to end up paying too much capital gain and it's going to become expensive. You also probably are going to spend more than 6 because finding a deal exactly in the amount you want, if your capital gains is 6, you probably want around 5.6, 5.7 crores worth of deal because that will complete the 6. But more often than not, you're going to find something in the range of 6.5 crores, 7 crores, and you take your call. I mean, that's just up to you. But if you take a cheaper deal, it becomes expensive for you. Secondly, if you're buying a builder floor and you are planning to sell it after 3 years. So say today you bought it for 6 and the value should have been 6.5. The market value would be 6.5, but since you paid so much more check and all that, so you got a discount and you got it for 6. 3 years later, you assume the prices are going to be the same. Like looking at the current market, they'll definitely be more, but you still assume that they're going to be around the same price. So today it is 6.5, it'll probably be around 6.5, 6.75. You don't assume it'll be 8. There is a high chance it will be, but you assume it will be 6.5. Now say after 3 years, if the price for a new builder floor is still 6.5, nobody will give you 6.5 for your floor because it's like 3 years old now. So you'll probably get say around say 610 for your floor. You already spent 6 plus stamp duty is about 6.5 and you're going to get 6.1. So you're going to lose 30-40 lakh there. You get my point? Or you need to find a deal which is worth 7 but you can get for 6.25 today. So you don't incur a loss on the depreciation of the apartment. This is one way. Very hard but doable. I've done it. And if you want to be more reasonable about it and more relaxed about it, the prices are increasing. It'll probably be 9 crore for a new apartment at that time after 3, 4, 5 years, and yours will sell for around 7.5. You'll still make a profit and save your 30% of tax. I mean, coming to think of it, on 6 crores, it's about 2 crores of tax that you save, around that 180 or something, which is a lot. Many people would be satisfied. I would not be. And I would look for such a deal where I can get a heavy discount because I'm paying everything by check and in one go. And I would just want to do that. Or I would go and find a deal which a builder is buying. He's kind of finalized the deal but not gotten the paperwork done. I would go and say buy 1 floor of it and some land right in it. Get the registration done in my name. For example, I would buy the ground floor of the property and get the registration done in my name now, pay 6 crores and get it done now, and then enter into an agreement with the builder to redevelop it, which is fine. You're not reselling it, you see. The builder will take around 2 years because it's a very beginning stage. The plans have to be sanctioned, this, that, and the other. You want it to take long actually in this case. Builder will take around 2 years to reconstruct it. Hopefully he's lousy and takes 3 years. At the end of that period, when you want to resell it, you want the apartment to be brand new, and then you sell that builder floor brand new for a full price. You see, the money you were going to lose because your builder floor would have gotten old does not happen. Now, this is not something most people can do. I mean, I haven't found a single person who is very comfortable doing this, especially when they have capital gains. People tend to get into a conservative, protective mode, where they don't want to lose money. They're like, I want to protect this money, which is fine. I appreciate it. I probably would if I get a huge chunk of money from somewhere that I need to save, So, but that's fine. You can't do that. You need to find a deal which is a little cheaper because there is going to be some depreciation of the apartment. or you just go for an older property. I recently closed a deal for a second floor and terrace rights of the property. In 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years, who knows, there is a chance they'll redevelop the property, But the depreciation is minimal. So they already got it for a low price. And after say 3 years, if the market doesn't even move, it can be sold for the same price and a little more. Because say the price was supposed to be, I think the market value should be around 7. We sold it for around 6.5. So it costed them 7 including stamp duty. And then tomorrow, after 3, 5, 7 years, even if the market doesn't increase at all, stays exactly at this level, this property will still sell for that. Because it is already an old property. Nobody is going to be new one is this much, I will not pay this much. Of course you will not pay this much. You will pay 7 crores, So you can go for an old property, especially go for something which has like second floor and terrace, or a building which only has 3 floors. I would rather buy a property with some basic problem that people will want to solve tomorrow and reconstruct and make a new building. For example, if you're getting a floor worth 6 crores today, if the building is redeveloped, and say it is about 20 years old building, and the whole building gets redeveloped, it will probably be around 9 crores tomorrow, or 10 crores for a new property, for a new floor. So you can make a lot of money there. The catch in this particular thing is these older properties are hard to sell. Mostly they don't have much parking inside the building because there was no stilts. When the stilts came, there are already 4 floors. So you'll have to live with that, and it may take you a little long to resell it at a later stage. But that's part of the game, that's part of the bargain. You're buying it very cheap now. If a new one is 10 and you're buying it for 6, you're already buying it very cheap. Tomorrow you should be able to sell it for 6.5. That covers at least your stamp duty, if not more profit. And look, these are like assuming the market doesn't increase. If a new one is for 10 today and the market goes to 15 after 5 years, yours today you got for 6, the market value for this would be around 8. And if it's really a bull market and it's climbing up, somebody could even pay you 10 for that floor at that point of time, and you could make a lot of profit. So these are all ideas. If you have capital gain and looking to reinvest, you could, it's more like how to think, what to look for, rather than just buying something very super fancy today just because you have capital gain and you're going to save 2 crores on that 6 crores. Save the 2 crore, but make 2 crore additional on top of it. All right, I hope it helped, and if there is something else I can help you with, do get in touch.